All right, Shalom, Yasharala. Before we get started, we gonna give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, the teacher and read well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back another video. The title of this one is gonna be called "Women Will Need Protection in These Latter Days." All right, and I'm gonna play this video I got off Instagram. Okay, of this woman. I think she's a Christian. All right, but she said she was on her way I forgot. You'll hear it in the video. She was on her way somewhere, and so like, give me one moment. All right, pardon me for that interruption. But as I was saying, y'all got this video off of Instagram of this woman. She said she was on her way to, I think, Popeyes, and she's about to get in line, and then some guy, well, I'm just play the video, so let's get into it.
Bro, it's Sunday. I just got out of a really great service. This stuff got me shaking. Not because, like, I'm scared, but it's because, like, people really out here like this. Really just turned into Popeyes, and I have the right of way. My windows was down, and literally this dude literally just said, "Bitch, you better watch out where you going. I'll shoot that hoe up." Like, what? Bro, why are people like that? What possessed you in your mind? All I could say was, yeah, God bless you, bro. Cause on my mama, like, you really not the only one with a gun, bro. Like, I'm gonna shoot back. Stupid, like, God. Oh, God, I'm working on it, God. You gotta keep me covered. Like, seriously, this is insane. People are losing their mind. I'm pregnant, and you talking about you gonna shoot her up? Bro, this is ridiculous. Like, people really out here just, and it's a black man.
So you saw it, and as she said, she was turning to Popeye, saying she had the right of way, and as she was turning, she said some guy, who was I guess in the and at Popeyes as well. He said, "Watch where you going. I spray that car up. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean, And people are waxing worse and worse, man. Let's get Matthew. All right, and that's why you women out here gonna need protection, and in these latter times. Now, don't get me wrong. The women in the world, they're not gonna get no protection unless the Lord pairs them with a man, of the Lord. If it's the Lord's will, you'll be paired with with a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, but this is Matthew 24 and 12, and it reads, "And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold," man. All right, you got that word. Get that word. Now we know what abound means, and it means to increase, to multiply. So iniquity, wickedness. All right, Salakia. What am I doing? Iniquity. Anomia, the condition of without law. All right, because ignorant of it, because of violating it. It says contempt and violation of law, iniquity, wickedness. All right, a violation of law, or genitive case, wickedness. So wickedness is going to increase and it also means transgression of the law, unrighteousness. All right, so people out here going to be committing wickedness. So it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. I want to get that word cold. All right. Or was it, cold. And the Greek is psycho.
Strong's G
Now he says,
5594. Psucho. Psucho.
he says, suho. All right. It means to breathe, blow, cool by blowing. All right. Down here it says metaphor of waning love. Okay. And we know what waning means. All right. Waning. It says of the moon have a progressively smaller part of its visible surface illuminated, but it means to decrease. All right. Let's see if we get down here. Doesn't really give you much, but let's see what another translation says. Let's get a comparison. NLT, it says sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. See that? NIV, because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. All right. Really says same thing for NET, and because lawlessness will increase so much, the love of many will grow cold. So people are going to be, and it's already happening. People are out here just in a cold spirit, man. Don't have love for one another. Matter of fact, this is 2 Timothy 3. I'm going to start at 1. It says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And what does perilous mean? What does perilous mean? Perilous mean, all right, dangerous. All right. In the Greek, that word perilous is halepos, and it means dangerous. All right, troublesome. Verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. And these are characteristics that we see today. It says covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection. Right? Let's get that. Without natural affection. Astorgas. Okay? Without natural affection, unsociable, inhuman, unloving. See? Unloving, hard-hearted towards kindred. You see that? So people gonna be, let's look up hard-hearted if it give us something. Incapable of being moved to pity or tenderness, unfeeling, and that's what we're about to see in these times, man. People gonna be, not showing, tenderness for one another. All right, people gonna be very unloving towards each other, man. Because when a famine hits, when it's pestilence, when there's no food on the shelves, people gonna be in a different vibration, man. Right? Because we gotta think, this is America. This is Babylon the Great. People eat every day, every hour of the day. All right. You tell a person that you should eat once a day, they look at you crazy. You try to tell them to do a fast. It don't gotta be a whole day fast. It could be just intermittent fast from morning to noon. They'll look at you like it's the end of the world. So if you tell them that, let alone they can't even do a whole day fast. Let alone 2-3 days. You see? It says, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. And she said she was pregnant, man. She's with a child. But where's her man at? Right? Where's her man at? If the man was there, he probably wouldn't have said that. But women are what? Women are the weaker vessel. So men are going to take advantage. And that's why you women need protection. You're going to need a man of the Lord in these times. Because, these dudes out here, the regular Jake, or regular people, period, regular men, period, they're going to be dropping. Let's get second Esdras. This is 2 Esdras 16 and 33. It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. You see that? So the men is going to be, men are going to be, dying out here, man. Let's see what GNT says. Some are going to be shipped off to war. Some will be dying of famine. All right. 2 Esdras 16 and 33. It says, Yep. It says, young women will be in mourning because there is no one to marry them. Wives will be in mourning, okay, because they have lost their husbands. Daughters will be in mourning because there is no one to help them. All the young men will be killed in war, and all the married men will die in the famine. You see that? And what's that called? A draft is gonna come. All right, a World War III draft is on the way, where men and women are gonna be drafted. All right, so yeah, you women gonna need protection from that, and that's gonna leave who? That's gonna leave a man, the man of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah behind, right? Let's get Isaiah 4:1, and I got some commentary to show you that's gonna happen on this side. There's Isaiah 4:1. It says, "A remnant prepared." Let me highlight it. It says, "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." All right. And 7 is just a complete number. So the brother may have, 5, 6, 7, 10, 18, 30 women with him, man. Maybe, I'm just stretching it. But but we know that a complete number of women is going to take hold of one man. Now you got certain groups. Well, IUIC says this is going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. Well, let's see what the commentary said. This is from Benson commentary. Okay, it says Isaiah 4:1, in that day of which he has hitherto been speaking, chapter 2 and 3, and still continues to speak. In that calamitous time 7 women shall take hold on one man. The war and captivity shall make such a prejudice. Hope I said that right. Or a prejudice scarcity in the male sex, that 7 women shall be glad to apply, okay, to a single man for protection, preservation, and marriage, and shall importune him through contrary to the natural modesty of their sex to consent to take away their reproach. All right. For not barrenness only, but a single state also was reckoned. All right. Opprobrious among the Jews. Okay, let's see what the other ones say. Barnes Noble on the Bible. Barnes Notes, Salakia. Barnes Noble. It says, in that day, the time of calamity referred to in the close of the previous chapter. This is a continuation of that prophecy, and there was no reason why these 6 verses should have been made a separate chapter. That the passage refers to the Messiah is apparent form what has been stated in the note. No. Let's see. Let's go to another one. Well, that one was good. The Benson commentary. Just the Cambridge. It says, a companion picture to Isaiah 3 and 6. The male population are in search of a ruler, the woman in search of a husband. The verse, therefore, represents an episode in that scene of anarchy, which has been the main burden of this prophecy. Okay, let us be called, let thy name be named over us. The wife bore the husband's name, but only it was seen in such designations of Sarah, Abraham's wife. Okay, take away our reproach. The disgrace of being unmarried is meant. Okay, so you get the picture. All right, so it's going to show it's going to happen on this side. Where in the kingdom of heaven is going to be a time of calamity. You don't see that. All right. So 7 women are going to take hold on one man. And that man is not just a regular Joe Schmo out here. It's a man of, the man of, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, and an elect man. Okay. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Let's see what another translation says. It says, NLT, in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name so we won't be mocked as old maids. Okay, NIV, in that day, 7 women will take hold of one man and say, we will eat our own food and provide our own clothes. Only let us be called by your name to take away our disgrace. And people think it's gonna be something like a rap video when we bring this out. No. All right. The Lord, this for one, it's gonna be the Lord's doing. All right. We're not gonna do anything. It's gonna be, of the Lord, of course. Let's get Isaiah 13. In verse 12, it says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay, what is Ophir? Ophir reduced to ashes. Fine gold. It says characteristic of fine gold. Okay, so men are gonna be more precious than gold, man. All right, this is the Lord's doing. He's gonna prepare. He's gonna pair women with a man of the Lord. Okay, and keep them protected. Let's get Isaiah 30. Is it 32? Yep. Yeah. This is Isaiah. Come on, man. Isaiah 32. And let me get rid of that. I'll start at 1. It says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. This is gonna be the time of when all Jacob's trouble, really, right? When all hell breaking loose. It says a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest. What is a tempest? Right, tempest. Zaram. It says rain shower, thunderstorm, flood of rain, downpour, rainstorm. Okay. What is a covert? Is what? Covering, shelter, hiding place, secrecy, shelter, protection. So a man is gonna be a protection from the time of trouble on the earth. A man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. That's how a man is gonna be in these latter days. A man of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai at that. Okay, so who's gonna have wisdom and knowledge? Matter of fact, next chapter, Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, is his treasure. So a man with wisdom and knowledge, that's gonna keep him, it's gonna keep you stable in thy times, man, in the times of of calamity, in the times of trouble. A man is gonna be cool, calm, collected. All right. Because he know what's going on. He know what time it is. Right? And this talking about the elect, man, once again. Okay? So let me get this last one. This is Daniel 12:1. This is what you're going to need protection from. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And that's talking about the elect. And it's gonna be a time of trouble like no other on the earth. It tells you that in the scriptures. All right, even tells you that it says it right here. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. So it's saying there's gonna be like a time no other. Like a time like it never happened in history. The time of Jacob's trouble is gonna be one of the worst times ever. All right, and this is what you're gonna need protection from. So, it's starting, on a low level, with stuff like this. People getting threatened, and women getting, women getting, threatened at. Men are stalking you. It's gonna get worse. Let me read this to you. Is it 13? Yeah, 13 and 16. It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. What does ravished mean? We know what ravished mean. Ravished means great. Just take the G off. Ravished. To lie down, lie on, to lie of sexual relations. Okay? But ravished, let's see if we can look it up. To seize and carry off someone by force. All right, and you see it right here, ravish. All right, and rapture, sending raptures. All right, to definition 2, dated, she was ravished by a stranger. All right, you see that. Okay, great sexually assault slash abuse. These are the times that we're coming to, but that won't happen if you have a man of Yahweh Shem Shai with you, or if you're paired with a man, with an elect man of Yahweh Shem Shai. You see, so these are the times we're coming into, man. So a lot of you women out there, all right, if you know, the Lord's going to ultimately pair you up with a man of the Lord, you know, with an elect man of the Lord, you know, and we pray and hoping that we're of that number, you know. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Okay, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and teaching well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will use edified. To next video.